So, Steve, you've been here just under a week now. So, how has it gone so far?
Well, hang on a minute. They've just had 3 days off, which was the previous regime. So I didn't want to interrupt that before we started and upsetting a few. So really, it's my really first real day today, which is the big lead up to the weekend and Saturday, which I'm looking forward to immensely. So, but the players have been great. We've had now 2 training sessions. So, yeah, getting the ideas across and see what we can do.
How do you start off with the players? Do you ease your way in, or do you go in from the start?
Well, that's the the one thing that they are now. There's a change in manager, and I've just said to them, look, what's gone on in the past, I'm not really interested in. It's where you are now, and it's up to them to do their best to try and get in the team. And that's my job now, is to pick 11. And then when you pick 11, the other 10 aren't happy, or shouldn't be happy. So that's always the hard part.
What's it been like for you personally, being back out on the training field and being around
Well,
the
that's
lads?
what I've missed. That's why I'm back in it. I realised that retirement wasn't for me. I needed to take a break, and I forced myself to take a break for the first 12 months, and that was quite easy. But the longer it's gone on, especially the last 2-3 months, and now the start of the season again, I've missed that buzz of getting up and getting on the training ground and working with the players and trying to win a match on a Saturday.
How close in that time off do you think, yeah, this is it, I'm going to step back for good?
I never thought I'd step back for good. I would thought, well, what am I going to do? And can I do something in maybe a different capacity? But when the opportunity came along, I thought, why not? Why not? I know David Downs from my time at Aston Villa. I know Dean Hughes from Hull and Aston Villa and Sheffield Wednesday. So when I met the owner and listened to his ideas and what he wants, then for me it was, why not? Let's see if I can get them where they want to try and get to. We've got a squad which is capable. It's a decent enough squad in depth. So, we hope that we can be there or thereabouts.
Yeah, I'm always interested about works with managers. When you know people apply for jobs, you have to apply yourself. Do you apply for a job the day they approach you?
I really didn't apply. No, I just got a phone call from David. Would I go and meet the owner? Quite simple, trace ropes like that. And I'm sure the owner went to see other people, I would presume. I don't know, but you'll have to ask him that. But I was delighted when he gave me the opportunity to say, would you come on board?
Did it feel like the right time to get back into the game?
Absolutely, for me anyway. Yeah, I've missed it. And that's why I'm sitting here, really. Yeah, I enjoy getting up and putting on a training session, and what we've done this morning is all part and parcel of management and leading towards a Saturday, which is always the one area where you like most, is a Saturday afternoon, and I've missed that buzz, that's for sure.
Before you took this job, last month or the month before, you was linked with the Jamaica job. So was you interested in any job?
Yeah, no. I've had a few interviews for and conversations, shall we put it that maybe that way. And I had a conversation with the Jamaican FA. It didn't go very far. Unfortunately, it got out in the press, and I think that's been great. Here, as I didn't think anybody had a sniff that I was going to be in charge here, so we managed to keep it under wraps.
Do you feel refreshed now coming back into it?
Listen, I've had a really good break. I've done things I've wanted to do, and yeah, I'm raring to go. As I said, I've missed it. Is the one reason why I'm back into it, is that competitive edge. How lucky have I been? I've been going 40 odd years and had a break now for the best part of 2. So I'm raring to go, and let's hope we can do what we need to do.
So you've seen many changes in the game. People always say, if you take a step back, the game moves very fast, but have you kept your finger on the pulse? If you come back in up to speed?
I've seen it. It's in you to watch the matches, and I have to be brutally honest, I haven't seen a lot of Division 1. I've seen more of Division 2. My son's assistant manager at Salford, and last season my son-in-law played for Salford, Big Matt Smith. So I've seen a lot of Salford, and I've seen a lot of the lower divisions. So really enjoyed it. I've been to Salford more than I have Old Trafford. So there's something real about the lower divisions, which I've always enjoyed. And don't forget, it's where I started. and actually made me debut against Blackpool in 1979, I believe it was, long time ago, when Alan Ball was player manager.
So you feel full circle then?
Full circle. I don't know if it's full circle or what it is, but look, however long I've got left, I do not know. But we've set something in place here with Keezy and Dobes that there's a progression, hopefully to be had. To get that progression, we need a bit of success along the way. So we've put things in place that the two young lads will come and help me and Steve Agnew, and that can only be a good thing for the club.
You mentioned watching games out of management. How is that for someone who's been involved for so long? Is it frustrating to watch games?
Yeah, the number of conversations I have with my son and ask him, why Carl, you just ask all sorts of questions. And I'm always intrigued now when I'm a manager of what substitutions that managers make and what do they do it for, and you analyse all that. But at the end of the day, I'm a fan of football. I just enjoy football. It's the only thing really that I've ever been any good at. And I wasn't really that good at that either, but got through with enthusiasm and just thoroughly enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoy watching a game of football.
Obviously, Blackpool, you mentioned you've played against them your first ever game. I'm guessing you've come up against them quite a few times in your career. So what's the perception from the outside looking in?
Well, I've always thought it's always a difficult place to go and get a result at Blackpool. So I'm hoping that stays. I'm hoping that the supporters will get really right behind and let them enjoy what's going to be totally different. I can tell them that straight away. All of our managers are different. The way I've watched the team this year and the way they've played last year we will be different. So I hope the supporters enjoy what we're going to try and dish up. They'll only ever really enjoy it if we start winning, which is the most important thing.
You mentioned results are a key thing, but a big thing fans have been crying out for is to be entertained. So do you believe you can bring that kind of play as well?
Well, I certainly hope so. I've been round the block a long time, and if you ask, the fans of Hull or Wigan or Sheffield or whatever, I would like to think that there would be. It's difficult to when you're in the Premier League and you're with a Hull or a Birmingham or a Sunderland. You know at them clubs in the Premier League you're going to get beaten more than you win. It's very, very difficult to entertain at them levels because it's all about getting the result and surviving in the big league, and that takes its toll as well. When you're at this level, I believe we've got a squad capable of matching anybody in the division. So we will play a certain way, which I believe the supporters want to see. As I said, proof will always be in the pudding of can we get a result and can we win? Supporters always love winning, no matter how you do it.
You touched on it's a step down in division from maybe what you've been used to in recent times. Could we see a sort of a new Steve Bruce? Could you sort of reinvent yourself after 1,000 games of professional football?
Can you reinvent yourself? Well, do you know what's crept in with me over the years, in particular over this, is this, where's the Steve Bruce way? As I said, if you ask anybody in the time at Hull or Villa or wherever, then I would like to think we give them a team that they enjoyed watching. This one reminds me so much of when I walked into Hull. The training ground is very, very similar. 2.5 pitches at the back of a housing estate. And if we can repeat what we did at Hull, a couple of promotions, an FA Cup final, venture into Europe, I think everybody would be delighted. And also give them a team that the supporters could associate with and enjoy watching.
Yeah, how important is that, having that connection with supporters? Supporters can go through Bloomfield Road and think this team represents us truly.
Well, that's my aim. It's what I want to try and achieve if I possibly can. So I'm looking forward to Saturday. Saturday is what you're in it for. That little bit of adrenaline gets you. First game. And looking forward to it already. It's only Monday.
Do you have any nerves before Saturday?
Possibly. Even in mine, I have that little tingle before I dress the players. It's been like 20 odd months since I did a team talk or got them together or took a training session. So yeah, it was always a little bit apprehensive, a little bit of nerves. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I hope I've got the full rinse on Saturday where I do feel a little bit nervous. Yeah, of course.
How long did talks with the club go on for before? You mentioned watching a couple of games.
Yeah, I mean, I met the owner a couple of times within 4 or 5 days, really, of the appointment, something like that. So, as I said, that was the most important thing for me, was to share the owner's ambition of where he wants the club to go back to. Um, and that was vitally important. As I said, I know David Downs, the technical director, and worked with him before, and Dean, the chief scout here, worked with them before. So it seems a good fit.
How soon was your mind made up over this job?
Well, when I was offered it, I thought, why the hell not? I know David. The owner seems a very, very decent man and wants the club to go forward. For me, it was a no-brainer, and it didn't put me off that we're in Division 1. I'm back in football. I've got no ego at all left in me. I enjoy football. I enjoy training, whether it's at the Premier League level or now in Division 1. I'll thoroughly enjoy it.
Also, the time you're coming in, the transfer window's just shut, so you've
Yeah.
got a lengthy period before you can make any of your own signings.
Mm.
Does that make it trickier, or do you embrace that challenge of you've got caught?
Well, that's the way it is. We've got a strong enough squad. When I look at the squad of players that we have got, we've got a squad in depth. We've picked up 1 or 2 injuries, which is obviously normal. But yeah, we'll assess the squad of what we've got here, and then come January, if we can improve, that's always got to be the aim. If we can improve the squad, then we'll try and act.
Obviously, the previous manager played a certain way.
Yeah.
Signings maybe in the summer bought to suit that. Have you been given a set?
Well,
way?
I think when I look at the squad, they can be adaptable. Keezy went to a back 4 against Blackburn, and they had to change maybe personnel a little bit because of the 2 injuries to the 2 lads. I believe this squad is capable of changing. I know they can play a back 3 because that's what they've been drilled into for the last year. So I know that's in the back burner. So, but every manager has a different stamp. We're all different. How are you going to play? And how are you going to be? And how are you going to line up? I'll analyse the squad and think of what's best for us, but certainly want to play in a certain way which the crowd will enjoy watching.
So it's very much a new chapter. You're just looking at it from your fresh perspective.
I'm looking at it just a new chapter for me and think, well, we've got a squad which is good enough to take anybody on in the division. It's going to be difficult with the likes of Birmingham and what they've done, in particular. But I think we can be competitive. We've got some good players here. Up to me to get the best out of them and get a few results and get us moving where we want to get to.
Yeah, you mentioned Birmingham. There's a few teams in this division who have spent big with good budgets. So how sort of difficult is this league at the moment?
Well, it is when you look at it and you see it. There's 6 or 8 teams or 10 teams in it where you think, well, they're not bad and they've got a chance. And I went to Wrexham on Saturday and their progression has been remarkable. And that place was jumping, absolutely jumping. Wrexham was at the weekend. So my aim is, can we do the same here? Why not?
Yeah, are you ambitious to fight up this season?
I wouldn't be here if I wasn't ambitious. I've always been led by ambition or the will to win. It's something in me, which I think if you lose that, then you don't come back to work, that ambition. So my ambition is to take the club where they want to get to, and that mirrors the owner too.
So after 2 years out, have you got an image in your mind on how long Steve Bruce will go on for in management? Is this just
well? Look, the progression of the club is important, and that was the one thing I had with the addition to Keezy and Dobes in particular, to bring Dobes from the 18s to the first team. He's a big player here. Keezy did very, very well, and I liked what he did. So hopefully they can learn. Who knows how long it'll be? I'm not going forever, but in management now is 2-3 years down the line. Maybe there's a progression and a project in place, and that's then up to the owner of whether the lads who hopefully can learn a bit under me. Certainly for there to be progression, we have to have a certain amount of success along the way. So they're itching to go. They're all, full of life, full of enthusiasm. They're young, desperate to do well. They've been big players for Blackpool here, big players, and I'm sure they'll bring something to me and my management skills, and hopefully they can learn a bit that the progression of the club is in safe hands.